Hello, beautiful friends. It's Crystal Rose Insights here to do a reading for Divine Masculine. And first off, I want to just say a huge thank you to each and every one of you that's here on this channel. If this is the first time you're watching my videos, welcome. And for those of you that have liked and commented and shared and subscribed and gotten private readings with me, as well as guidance sessions and energy sessions, I just want to thank each and every one of you. I'm just so amazed at the beautiful energy that you hold here on this channel. It's something that is very important to me, and I know as well to the community. This has always been my intention, that this is a very empowering and uplifting place to be. And those of you guys that are here, I just really, you're amazing. I get to meet some of the most incredible people and souls from across the globe. And you know, your support of my channel and my work and your donations, everything is just so helpful and so appreciated. You guys really, I love that I am here being able to do this work. Nothing makes me happier. So with that, I'm going to do something today that I've been really drawn to doing more and more of these types of readings, because there are a lot of you watching, and many of you guys are at different stages of your journey. And I know I've been feeling lately with like when I do a collective reading, that sometimes Spirit will hone in on one segment of twins, and other times it'll be a little bit more mixed of a message. And sometimes I know if you're hearing a message and are hearing a reading that doesn't resonate as much, because maybe you're in a different phase of your journey, that somehow you feel like you're either not on the journey or you're not getting it, or somehow maybe something's not right in your situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the Divine Masculine, what's going on with him in his headspace, in his heart space, what he's currently being challenged with, what he's needing to let go, and how he feels about you. So what we're going to do before we get started, you know, I always start a reading with a crystal, and this one is a rose quartz, beautiful one, a soft, beautiful energy, just of love, of divine love, of unconditional love, of self-love. This is such a beautiful energy, and I love it, this particular one, because it's in the shape of a heart, and every time I hold it, I just want to, it just is so sweet. Rose quartz is very balancing for opening up to love and to softening any anger, things like that. So if you want to look up the metaphysical properties of rose quartz, you'll get some additional information. So what we're going to do is now I'm going to have you take a look at these decks. These are all tarot decks, different ones. This is the Mythic Tarot, this is the Psychic Tarot, and this is the Rider-Waite Tarot. So what I want to do is I'm going to use each of these decks to do 3 little mini readings. So if you would, you know, just right now, take a look and see which deck is calling to you the most, okay? And don't overthink it. Just go with where your first instinct is, and that's going to be the deck that is going to be the reading that is pertaining to you and your situation. So what I'll do too is put the timestamps in to the description box below to have you know when, if I start with a different one. But I'm going to put them all in the same video. And also, if you do, my May special is still going on, FYI, which is if you order a 60-minute reading with me, or a guidance session, or an energy session, and you live in the United States, I'm going to pull a name on camera to win this tarot deck. This is the deck I use all the time. That's this one that you guys see me use constantly. It's such a beautiful deck, and it's really fun if you haven't started using cards for yourself, to start using them in your life as a way to get daily guidance. They're amazing. So that is going on, and information will be down in the description box below. Okay, so you have hopefully picked your deck, and now I'm just going to get started. So I'm going to move these to the side, I'm going to use them in a bit, but let's see what's going on for, if you've picked this deck, let's see what's going on with your Divine Masculine. We'll get some, and I don't read reversals in these, FYI, so those of you that are watching, unless Spirit corrects me It says, no, 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 leave that one reversed. Usually my cards know I don't usually read the reversals. And there's all different ways to do this, so Spirit just guides me, and I just follow the lead because they're never wrong. Okay, let's see what's going on with this group of Divine Masculines. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, he's in hermit mode right now. This is an energy of being in a mode of self-discovery, being on your own, kind of hermiting yourself, not being very extra social, kind of going off on your own and going inward. This is a journey. This is a time of self-discovery. So these particular Divine Masculines that I'm reading for now are in a mode of hermit mode. Maybe you haven't heard from them. Maybe they've gone into hermit mode. If you've been in touch with them and all of a sudden they kind of stopped communicating, or communicating as often, it's because they're in hermit mode right now. And hermit mode isn't anything to be afraid of. It's just a time that's important to go inward, to get rid of distractions on the outside and really start to assimilate and learn and understand what's going on. So these guys here are in the hermit mode. So let's see, I'm going to pull 3 cards for where he is in his headspace. What's going on with this Divine Masculine in the headspace? With the World and the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So in the headspace here, this particular group of Divine Masculines, they're really feeling like things are coming into balance. They have that long-term vision. They can see things moving in a place where they're going to have everything. They're going to have the world. They're going to have things in balance. They're going to come to the end of that cycle where they have what they've wanted, the culmination of what they want. That is where they're in this hermit mode of really starting to come to that energy of feeling that vision, knowing that they're coming into that, that it's possible for them and that it is coming to them. Because they're also here in this energy of being they want to be very thoughtful and very decisive and very unemotional. They're thinking with their logical heads as much as that they're going into hermit mode, which is more of a spiritual energy with this world. They are still using their heads. They're still trying to be decisive. They want clarity. And it feels like they're coming into clarity from being in this hermit mode. Because the King of Swords is clear and he's decisive. He knows what he wants and he rules from a place of clarity. And then we're also getting Seven of Swords, which can be the energy of going away from things that maybe have served you in the past and kind of taking your toys and going home. It's like there's an energy of maybe not being fully honest with yourself. And this is where he's going into figuring out where he's put his 7 swords out there and he's only taking 5 of them back. It's like, where has he not been honest with himself? And it feels like this is what he's come into, which is realizing in places where he's possibly been in denial or not really seeing things clearly. That's what he's contemplating here in this hermit mode in the mental space. And it's like this energy of, how am I not aligning with this vision I have of the world? What am I doing or not doing that's keeping me from having this vision? Because I want to have this clarity. So let's see where he is in his heart space right now. Oh my gosh, we get the 10 of Cups, and then we get the Fool, and then we get the Judgment card. Nice. So these are incredible energies for where he is in his heart space. He wants this happy family life, this 10 of Cups energy, this beautiful family love, emotionally fulfilling life. Like his heart yearns for it, and this heart knows, and his heart's telling his mind, FYI, to take this leap of faith, to start on this new journey, to go for it. Even though he doesn't understand everything intellectually right now, I feel like there's an energetic pull for him from his heart energy it's helping to awaken his mind, helping to awaken the clarity and the conscious mind to what the heart already knows. And the Judgment card is coming through of just balance, things coming into justice, balance. Again, we're getting that card coming, that energy coming through of, have I lived my life the way I want to live it? Am I living in alignment with my heart space? Am I, you know, am I showing up at the end of the day with proud of how, or happy with what the choices I've made? And this can be an energy of reevaluation, but it is about really coming back into center, because there's 3 major arcanas here already. 4 major arcanas, and out of the 7 cards. So he's at a big phase in his life. These are big messages. So let's see what this particular divine masculine is being challenged with right now. He's being challenged in communicating. He's not communicating. This 8 of Wands is about things happening kind of quickly, messages back and forth, and this is what he's being challenged with. So either he's not communicating to you at all, or he's having challenges communicating with you, or he's not communicating with you in the way that he wants to. Okay? Definitely the energy of, you know, he's either, like I said, radio silent, you haven't heard from him, or he's dwindled away, or if he's communicating, he's not communicating in the way you would like him to, or the way he possibly was before, or that he's also wants to communicate but just doesn't quite know how to yet. So let's see how he's feeling about you right now. Pull a romance card. And we get the healing family issues. So this is really about, he's still, this part of what he's processing here is the energy that's coming up for him around his beliefs around love, family, how he's aligned with his family of origin, how he's not aligned, how does it fit in, what's going on. And it feels like there's definitely this energy where he's healing family. It's like, let me get another card too. It's like he knows he wants to get clear before he really moves forward. It's like he has an inner wisdom that knows that he wants to make sure he sorts these things out in his heart and in his head before he opens up to you, because it's almost like he's not quite ready to step onto the field, is what I'm seeing, but it's an important process. Let me just get one more on how he's feeling about you. Letting go of control issues, allowing this situation to unfold naturally. So there is an energy here where he's feeling very much like, I'm just going to let things happen, unfold, I will figure it out, because this heart has the Fool energy, which is this energy of, I know I'll figure it out. I know there's something bigger at play here, there's something more powerful here than me, and I'm going to surrender to it. And there is that energy of realizing and recognizing that you, as his divine feminine, are part of something bigger than just him. All right, and I'm going to pull one final card of what he's letting go of right now. What is this divine masculine surrendering? Or need to surrender? His fear of intimacy. So it says, you're ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. That's coming right back to the healing and the family issues. There's something that's caused his heart to close up. It can also be past relationships, past patterns that usually relate to the family. But this is about letting go of his fear of intimacy, because there is a different level of intimacy when it comes to twin flames, in that your old ways of relating or not relating don't work with this type of dynamic, because you so get each other that there's no hiding, and that's a very scary place sometimes. It's almost like, gosh, you just know me so well, and how the heck do you know that about me? And there is this level of rawness that is being brought up, and a little bit of, whoa, I mean, this is more open than my heart has been before. So that is that for that group of divine masculines. Let's see what's going on with the next group. Pardon me while I clean this up. Let's see what's going on with the second group. And some of these messages may overlap. You might get messages in all three if you feel like watching all three. But now we're going to do this deck, the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. So let's see what's going on with these Divine Masculines. Bottom of the deck, we get temptation, we get the devil card. This is the major arcana of having temptation in this deck. So this is the energy of facing temptations, facing fears, facing ways that we believe that we are trapped. It's also the energy of wearing a false mask. So there is an energy coming through of temptation. This can be specific to for example, a very passionate connection with somebody on the sexual realm. This can indicate addiction sometimes. Because the devil, remember, this is all about illusion. It's all about illusion. What are we tempted by? What are we drawn to? What are we afraid of? What is causing us to be tempted? Because there's usually an underlying fear happening. So that is the underlying energy there. So let's now pull cards for, let's see where he is in his headspace. Tell me, I want to find out more about what this the devil card here is about. And we get intuition, High Priestess, and then rest and rejuvenate, and we get the Two of Cups. Interesting, very interesting. So he's in a place where he's connecting to the energy of truth, and there's an energy of High Priestess of balancing and grounding the energies from heaven to earth. She knows spiritual truth. She says that she knows things that she doesn't speak. So this is a spiritual knowledge, having intuition, connecting to intuition. So it feels like he's consciously aware of, or starting that dance of understanding intuition and what's intuitive and what's fear-based, and how to decipher between those messages. Because he is in this energy of resting and rejuvenating. This is just taking a nap, taking some time to rest, to rejuvenate. Because if you don't rest and rejuvenate, then you're going to wear yourself out. So this is just taking a bit of time to take a nap, to rest, to just recuperate before continuing on your journey towards this spiritual union. I mean, look at this. This is the Two of Cups. This is knowing that there's this spiritual union here, and it feels like he's had this particular group of divine masculines is really facing their fears around what the spiritual union really means. And in that process is him trusting intuition, learning how to open up to that, but needing a little time to assimilate and to rest, because this is kind of new territory for him. So that's where he is in his headspace. So again, it feels like he's conscious of just that he's fearful, that he's or underlying it is the fear of, or not showing up fully as himself. But he is aware of this relationship. He is aware of the importance of this, and he's just taking a little time to rest. Let's see what's going on in his heart space. So we get the Seven of Cups, choose wisely, we get financial and material, and then we get the Ace of Cups. So we're getting a lot of Cups energy. This particular divine masculine is very much in the energy of really looking at his life. His heart is realizing that the heart wants and is prioritizing for him right now. It's helping to prioritize what is important. The Seven of Cups is about making wise choices. The universe is offering you all of these cups, and it's about you choosing wisely what matters to you the most. So his heart is helping him do this, because he is facing, in his heart space, worries about financial abundance. It's the Five of Pentacles. It's about changes. So it feels like that's one of the things that's coming up for this particular group of divine masculines. Is career more important than love? What's happening? Is that more important? Because what's very interesting is then we get the Ace of Cups, love beginning. Beautiful energy. So this particular Pentacles energy, the Five of Pentacles, is flanked by this emotional energy. It's support. It's very much like it's going to override this fear in the physical plane, because this is a very physical energy. Because if it does, it feels like his heart is helping him choose something that you don't necessarily have to have one or the other. You can likely have both, but there is something going on that's causing him to, that where his fears are coming up, because I'm getting pulled to this one again. So the fears here, it's interesting. It's almost like love heals all and love helps all. Okay, let's see what he's being challenged with right now. I mean, I feel like he's being challenged with this one right here in the middle, but let's see what else. Again, material and spiritual prosperity. So he is being challenged around money and can I provide? Can I be worthy financially? Can I, you know, can I have this? But the beautiful thing is we get the 5 and then the 6. So there is progression. It is shifting. It feels like this love energy is just moving this forward to where things are coming more back in balance. And that's the process that's happening. It's almost like there might be a situation where he's worried about a change in his career potentially. Maybe he is making a change in his career, but they're saying that there is prosperity here with this change. Okay. Very interesting. Let's see how he's feeling about you. How he's feeling about his divine feminine. Definitely feels chemistry. Definitely feeling an attraction to you. And I feel like that's part of what's driving this resting rejuvenation. Because he's got the 2 of Cups here. He's got this chemistry, the attraction. Because it's a spiritual union with chemistry. I'm not sure you can get really a better combination than that. And then also he knows this is, you've stirred his romantic feelings, whether you've been together before and you've been in separation, but there is this new type of love that he's feeling. That's what he's noted. We're getting new love. Love begins and the spiritual union all in the same line here. Very, very, very important that they're coming in like this. They're just being very clear that it's a new form of love. It's a type of relationship that he's never had before. And so this is where the cards are just confirming it, really. So let's see what he needs to let go of, this particular divine masculine. What does he need to let go of? And he needs to let go of fear. Let go of fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. So he's got to let go of this fear. And isn't this awesome? Look how Spirit works. The theme of this is temptation and fears and releasing fears that are holding you back. And they're saying to surrender the fears. I mean, they bookended this for this divine masculine for sure in the energies. Let go of these illusions of fear. Because they are illusions. All right. Well, those are the messages for that group. As I put these back. All right, and now we're going to move on to the last group here. So let's see what's going on with this group of divine masculines. Oh, we get the Empress jumping out. There you go. He says, hello, divine feminine. This is the mother of the deck. This is the mother, the nurture, the fertile mother, abundance. So he's feeling very abundant. I'm going to put that back in and see if it comes back out. But he's seeing you, divine feminine. He knows you are his empress. He recognizes you as this beautiful, kind, loving, nurturing, spiritual being. And there's been some seeds really well planted. And it's just a matter of gestating. It's a matter of time. There's still things that need to happen before things come to fruition. But two fertile messages right there that just jumped out. Oh my gosh, another card. And then we're get the High Priestess. So again, very, very spiritual, feminine energy coming into balance. And somebody who knows things but doesn't necessarily say them out loud or share it with those ideas with others quite yet. Okay, so let's see what's, enough shuffling. I'm going to see what's going on with this group. The bottom of the deck, we get the Page of Pentacles. So there is some sort of message coming through of a new endeavor in the physical world. So this can indicate communication about coming into relationship together. It can also be a new endeavor in the physical, meaning a new career, a new job. So there is something going on here, which is communication about something new and doing something that is, you know, moving on to something a little bit more challenging, maybe moving into a new job situation, but we are getting that here. So let's get 3 cards for where this group is. We're going to get 3 for the mental, the head space, then the heart space, and then what they're being challenged with. So we get the 3 of Wands, we get the Magician, and we're getting Temperance. So in their headspace, they're feeling very abundant. They have a vision. They see the long-term future. It feels like, again, they see their divine feminine. They have this appreciation for things that are coming. This is also very much the energy of, similar to the energy of the 7 of Pentacles, which just jumped out. But it is the idea that things are happening. They're abundant. They're good. You can make long-term plans. They are, they may not happen right away. They're still at a distance, but you're in the planning stages, and he has that vision, because he also knows that he has the power to create and manifest. The Magician, this is that all-powerful energy. It feels like because he's gone through this, he's been through this place where he's come into the true understanding of himself as a spiritual being and realizing that he is not just a participant in the world that is happening to him, that he is creating what is happening around him. He is the manifester. He is the magician. And so it's like a child with a new toy almost, feeling like he's made this discovery. It feels like he's shifted his knowing. He's like opened up to this spiritual journey to some degree. He's having a bit of this awakening process, because we're also getting the Temperance card, which is about integrating those spiritual lessons, needing to have some patience. It's like he's realizing that this is a new thing happening, new things moving forward, a new way of being in the world. And he's starting to, you know, he's reminding himself to have patience, because sometimes there's, you know, you see something, you want it, you want to go after it, but you also know that it's not the right time yet. So this is about needing to have a little bit of patience. So let's see where he is in his heart space. We get the 3 of Swords, and we get the Tower. Oh, and we get the 7 of Pentacles again. Interesting. So what I'm getting from these very much is that there has been something in the past, like he's had a heartbreak in the past that just came out of nowhere. Devastating, life-changing with this Tower here. It feels like this is the energy that woke him up to this. This is about the energy that has. It's like the fact that this happened is why he's awakening. He's awakening to the spiritual path because of his Tower moment. And what's beautiful here is we're getting 2 3s, which is the energy of abundance and the energy of partnership, of union. And this is past heartbreak that he's going through, but it feels like he's come out of the woods and really, really having a new vision. And he's processed this. That's part of what he's done here in the past, relating to, but this is what's led him, this Tower is what led him to this awakening, to this magician process. And so then we're getting again the 7 of Pentacles along with Temperance coming in here. It's like he knows in his head and in his heart that there still needs some more time to let things gestate, to let things take their course, to not worry if he's not seeing evidence of something yet. He knows that there's a process going on here that is, it just has to take a certain amount of time. Which again, between these cards and the 3 of Wands, things still being at a little bit of a distance. But here's what's interesting is that this group of masculines, it's the, you know, things being at the distance. It doesn't necessarily mean linear time, like there's so much more time before things come to fruition. But this is more about where he's been at in his journey to this whole thing. So let's see what he's being challenged with right now. Is the Emperor. Feeling like he can be the Emperor. He's being challenged with this energy of, because this is for me divine masculine energy. So he's coming into, it's like growing pains. I'm hearing growing pains. He's having growing pains. He's going through this transformation. He knows the spiritual awakening is happening. He's integrating these lessons. And he's still realizing that he's not quite this divine masculine, and it's uncomfortable for him because it's like it's a new role for him, because he's always felt pretty confident before in his life, but because this is a new world that he's now in, he has to step up his game to a higher level. So he is being a little challenged with that, and that's okay, because you know what? Our divine masculines can step up and do the thing and get there, and they'll get there. They're doing their work, and they are going to get there. So let's see how he's feeling about you right now. Let's see what he's feeling about you, his divine feminine. And we get codependency and soulmate. So the codependency card can be a few things. It feels like this could be related to this, this heartbreak in the past. Having a codependent partner, being the codependent partner, not being completely whole and not feeling totally worthy. And so this is coming up for him where his old thought patterns, you're triggering his old thought patterns or his former thought patterns that he's shifting out of. And so it's bringing up this feeling of worthiness or unworthiness in him. But it's good that it's doing that, because it's going to cause him to really step into his truth more, because that is an illusion that he's not worthy, okay? Because he does know that you are his soulmate. I mean, we're getting, yes, this is your soulmate. He understands it, and that's why he's willing to go through these big things right now and take his time, because he doesn't want to rush things and screw them up. It's like, I'm not ready to drive the Ferrari yet because I just got my license. You know, it's that same, it's like, I'm not quite there yet. I'm going there, I'm getting there, but not yet. And I can't wait till I can drive the Ferrari, but, you know, in the meantime, I'm still in my beat up, you know, whatever car. I don't want to name a car in case one of you guys have that, but you know what I mean. It's just, hey, let me, I'll get there. I will get there. Okay. So now we're going to see just what he needs to let go of. What does this particular divine masculine need to let go of? There we go. Bingo. Surrender low self-esteem. It says you deserve success, love, and abundance, and set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. I can't make this up if I tried. This is just how spirit works, and it's amazing because they're very clear with this. So this particular group, his issue is low self-esteem, not feeling worthy, and he's really working on this, really shoring it up, because guess what? He knows that you're his soulmate, but it's causing him to feel these things, things that he thought he had healed before. So there you go. All right, guys. Well, those are the messages. Please let me know how you like these this type of reading, and you know, which group you're in, what messages came through. Maybe some of you are going to watch all three, and maybe they're all going to resonate on many different levels, which is totally possible, because if you're drawn to watch all of them, you'll get messages from all three. But yeah, let me know if this is how you guys like this, because I'm always kind of evolving based on what I feel the energies are and what I'm seeing with my clients and in the collective and in my own experiences, and would love to hear how you guys like this. So, until next time, I send you guys so much love, and if you want to book a private reading with me, or if you want to do a reading similar to this for your divine masculine and your situation, let me know. Information is down below. Until next time, in abundant love always. Bye.